it's Andrew with Signature Hits TV, and we're here at the 2011 Comic-Con convention. We're bringing you the latest in video games, comics, and costumes. I'm with Seth, the producer of 2K Games, and you produced this video game.
Yeah, here with The Darkness 2, which is coming out for PC, PS3, and 360 February 7th.
Now, what did you bring to this that the first one didn't have?
Well, I think that what we tried to maintain from the first one, we all loved the first game. We think the first game is great. And one of the things that was so amazing about it was that its story was fantastic. You know, there's a scene where you sit on the sofa with your girlfriend and watch a movie. And you can watch the whole movie if you want to. And you can opt out at any point in time. You can get up and walk away. But like, people really sat there and watched the whole movie because it was something that they connected with. And there's a lot of really interesting and amazing narrative moments in the first game that we thought were so great that we wanted to keep that bar high. So we hired the same writer. We have Paul Jenkins wrote a bunch of the comic books. It's based on a graphic novel. He wrote a bunch of the graphic novels. He wrote the first game. He wrote the second game. So he is still with us. So the narrative will still be amazing. But one of the things that we wanted to bring to the second game that kind of wasn't in the first was that in the first game you start as a sort of a grunt in the mafia. Like, you're just a dude with a gun.
You're not anybody important.
Not anybody important in the beginning. And then when Jackie turns 21, he gains the powers of the darkness, like this guy, and starts to learn how to use them. So he goes from like just some guy to a complete badass by the end. And we wanted to start the second game, you start as a complete badass, and then you get even more powerful. So it needed a different kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
So the first game was a little bit, you were learning about yourself, you were sneaking around a little bit. The second game, you know how to kick some ass, and you roll right into the middle of combat. So
It's just like the second chapter of the first game.
Absolutely.
It goes right into it.
Well, it's set 2 years after the events of the first one, so there was a little time between, but it is exactly the same narrative. There's full continuity.
And he gets a sidekick.
Yeah, he's a Darkling, who's your little manifestation of the darkness. Little dude who runs around.
Very mischievous.
Mischievous, yeah. He mischievous all the way down to his outfit with the skinned cat hat with the little cat arms dangling.
I wouldn't want to mess with him.
No.
Now, what's your favorite part about the game?
You know, it's a hard pick, but I think the thing I like the most is one of the gameplay mechanics we're introducing. We're calling it quad wielding. You have two guns that you can use, so you can dual wield like most games, but you also have two demon arms. The grabbing demon arm, who's on the left, and the slashing demon arm on the right. So you can use four weapons at the same time at all times in combat. So you can be like reloading a shotgun while you're picking up an enemy with one arm, while you're slashing another guy in half with the other.
You know what I found really cool with the demon arms and stuff when they were doing that? He comes out of this, he walks through a door and he's out. Many men are shooting him. So the demons, they grab a car door and just start protecting him.
Yep.
And it was crazy. He didn't even do it. It was sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So a car door makes a great riot shield.
You guys did a lot of.
Right through the window of the car door.
It was really, really cool.
And then, you know, if you're done with the riot shield, you can tap the left bumper again to throw that car door at an enemy, and it can slice them right in half. So.
Yeah, I saw that.
Absolutely.
It's quite gruesome.
Well, it's a game about mafia and demons.
Well, it happens. It's gonna happen that way.
It's what the game wants.
Thank you for joining us today at New York City's Comic-Con. We had the best time. Keep watching Signature Hits TV.